All right, who are you? What do we got?
All right, Derek Weathers, and I've got Dogmatica Buster Blader Dragoon. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So, to the Destruction Sword guy, 3 of the Buster Welt, 1 Ecclesia, 1 Fleur de Lis. If I had to do it, I would bump this to 3 for sure. So that's. I just need 2 more Ecclesias. That's it. 3 Gammas and a driver for obvious reasons. The Dragoon package.
Is that ulti?
Yeah, 1 ulti. Yeah, ulti Dark Magician. And then one Wyvern for the hand traps. I played 2 Crow. Crow's pretty good. I might replace this with Skullmeister since it negates. You could do either one. I mean, they're both really good this format. And then 3 Ash Blossom.
The most generic hand trap.
Yep. And then going into the spells, and then I play 3 Impermanent. I'll show those later. Going into the spell cards, 2 Red Eyes Insight, 3 Red Eyes Fusion, and 3 Nadir Servant. I mean, this is basically the 3 Red Eyes Fusions really helps you grind. So this gets negated quite a bit. So
no Anaconda?
Yeah, I do play Anaconda as well. So usually, if you don't see this, then if you open something like Servant and Whelp or something to that effect, what you do is, or at least that's why you want to see 3 of these. So if you open one of these 2, then and a combination of one of these, then you can normal this, add your Destruction Sword card, and then special this out, and then you can make Anaconda. And now you've got Punishment, Prologue, and then Dragoon. So it's really good. That's why I want to max out on it. I just haven't gotten any Ecclesias yet. To the trap lineup, 3 Ice Dragons Prison.
That's pretty good.
This card is insane. Outs whatever you need, stops so much. 3 Imperm. Imperm is one of those cards that it can be a little clunky sometimes. You have to play it though. It's a negate, but sometimes you don't want to see it. So
yeah, I've been hearing it's not putting in as much work as it had been.
Yeah, it's just not as much of a blowout trap as it was last format or the format before. So 2 Punishment. I'd probably max this out to 3 if I had my choice here. It's just Ecclesia Punishment is I know it's a simple combo, but it's a really good combo.
Yeah.
3 Torrential Tributes. This kills Virtual World, Drytron, everybody. It kills everybody. So, 2 Dimensional Barriers. I know this is a weird choice. This is kind of a tech I was testing it out tonight. It really, and it's for our locals too. There's a lot of Ritual players, a lot of XD players, a lot of rogue.
It stops rituals.
It stops everything except for links, and even then it stops people from getting 2 link plays. 2 Dynamicious. This card is awesome, but the discard kind of hurts, especially if you don't open anything to discard. Mm-hmm. So it's getting to that point where it's good. It's good. It says banish, so we're gonna play it. 3 of the best card in the second best card in the deck. 3 Trap Trick.
Helps you get everything out.
Yep. And then 3 of the best card in the deck. Prologue. This is the best trap in the game, hands down, bar none. It lets you go into one of the most you can't ash it, and then it combos well with its counterpart 2 Destruction Swords. So awesome. It's 50. There are things I would change. The reason I play 50 is I play a lot of bricks. So you have Fleur de Lis can be a brick. Of course, the Dragoon package can be a brick. So you want to make sure you can
space everything out.
You space everything out, and the math says, hey, it doesn't matter because you technically for your traps you have 6 of every normal trap with Trap Trick. So that's good. We'll go into the extra deck now. 1 second. There would be things that I would change about the main deck lineup. Once again, it's definitely a work in progress. I was playing artifacts. The artifact engine would be 3 Sanctum and then 1 Scythe. It's really good because whenever you go second, Or if you go into game 2 and 3, you could keep your artifact package in with your scythe and then put in your Lancias too. So basically, you have 6 Lancias, which is really, really good this format.
Oh, yeah.
So next we'll go into the extra deck. So let's see. We'll just go through it real fast. Got 1 Anima, 1 Buster Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman, 1 Anaconda, 1 Link Haribo, 1 Unicorn, and then 1 BLS Link. Don't go into the Link 3s a lot. That's one of the things I'm thinking of changing is more toward a Dogmatica style.
Yeah.
So I haven't really decided how I'm going to play that yet. It's nice. Anima's very situational, especially this format. A lot of people play it, but it's still pretty situational.
So would you say your Link 3s are 1 more?
The Unicorn's nice whenever you have to shuffle something back. But if you're going to use that, it's generally you're in a lot of trouble at that point. So the BLS Link helps get rid of problems that you have to destroy something first, which is kind of bad this format. So I like both of them. They're situational though. If I had to change it, I'd take out any one of these and maybe add another Entis or more things I can, or add the Wind Pegasus at Ignister. For battle phase protect, for destruction protection and stuff. All right, I play 2 of the Buster Blader Destruction Swordsman, or the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. This card is probably one of the best fusions in the game, especially when it's comboed with its dragon, the Buster Dragon. So this turns everything all your opponent's monsters that they control to dragons. This says they can't activate effects, and it's not a skill drain. Everybody needs to stop using that term. It's not a skill drain. It's much more oppressive than skill drain.
Yeah.
You can't even activate effects. So, and then I play one of the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss Synchro. I almost never see this. If I had a candidate to take out to put more things to send to the graveyard, I'll probably take this out. This is more of a win more, and I've only been able to summon it once or twice. It's just this is a control deck, so if you're you don't really need a 3200 beater. I mean, it's a good walking the gate, but you rarely see it. This rarely stays on the field. Everybody's seen the deck now. They know what the weaknesses is. The weakness is so. For Dragoon, I only play 1 Dragoon. If anything, maybe I bump up
Dragoon
to 2 and figure out how to make a second one. That would be a good idea too.
There's a fusion trap card.
and that could be an option too. And then for the Dogmatica package, I play 1 Chimera Rephalicia, 1 Titaniclad, and 1 Entis. Once again, if anything, I would bump up to take more advantage of the Dogmatica package.
Grabs a poly, right?
Yeah, this grabs a fusion card, so you can search your Red Eyes Fusion in the next standby phase. So this is really good. It lets you get to your win condition, which in this deck Dragoon is a win condition. So it's especially backed up with traps. The more traps this guy is backed up with, the more powerful it becomes. So and then we'll go to the side. Forgive my side, it's not the best. So so 1 Dinomishus to bump it up to 3 whenever you go first. 1 Pancratops, I mean, I think it's obvious. You go second with that. It's generic removal. It's a 2600 beater. 3 Cosmic Cyclone for the Virtual World matchup, for basically any back row deck or anything like that. 1 DD Crow to bump it up to 3 whenever you go second. I play 3 Lancia for obvious reasons. It's good against every deck. Every deck in the format banishes in some way, shape, or form. 3 Nibiru for prank kids, for all kinds of other stuff.
Alex.
Yeah, exactly. And then 2 Kaiju just to get rid of like Megaclops or something like that. Megaclops is a problem. So I know that not a lot of people care, but Megaclops can be an issue. And then the 3rd dimensional barrier to make sure that if you're going first or something like that, you could get to it. Is basically with Trap Trick you're playing 6 dimensional barrier, good against Zodiac, all that good stuff. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's still very much a work in progress. There's no events right now, so it's still not optimized.
You've been on Buster Blader for a while.
I've been playing Buster Blader for well over a year now, I think. First got onto the deck because I like dragons, and I realized that Prologue is a really busted card. So let's see. Shout outs to everybody here at Geek Out. Steven, Jared, Jeremy, Benji. Don't redistribute my stuff. Ryan and Garrett and Alex. Ryan, who is the protege, who's gonna hopefully start topping events whenever we go. And then of course, shout out to Brian, who's still quarantined. Hopefully gets the vaccine and can come get us. And then shout out to Edgar for doing this profile.
Yeah,
Thanks everybody.
Again, geek out. Check out the store. They're still doing live tournaments. Wear a mask. Be respectful. We can still play.